Dee Winters.
Okay.
He was the guy, like, I was surprised just looking at his body, thinking, like, man, I thought he was going to be like a day one contributor. But looking at him, I got the feeling he was one of those guys who maybe let down for a month after the draft or
Yeah.
just as a year away, which is there's no knock on being a year away. Like a lot
No.
of great players didn't look, weren't finished products right away. It's just a particular team, and there's that's a win in a win now spot. Also, there's a starting job open as strong side linebacker if he's ready for it. But after yesterday, I'm thinking I'd probably put my money on Marcelino McCrary-Ball, who wasn't even invited, which to me says, dude, you're good. You don't need to be a rookie
Yeah.
minicamp. Yeah.
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 So
yeah.
with D, of course, we're just gonna grant these guys grace, right?
Yeah.
Because
6th round pick, rookie.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
it's the
May.
first day, and
Yep.
you're at the highest position of your life, and maybe you didn't come in as polished as you should have, right?
Yeah.
And also, there is something to be said about coming into this organization. These guys are rookies, but Kyle touched on it in his keynote interview. He doesn't have to worry that much about standard as much as he did when he first got here, about guys knowing how to practice, guys coming in shape, guys being able to manage the offseason and keep the standard of what this organization brings forth. And the thing that I see with rookies here, and in Dee Winters' case specifically, is that, hey, D, not only are you on a veteran team, but you're a part of the number one room in your position in the National Football League. You do understand that, okay?
Yeah.
So this isn't just a pro locker room, pro linebacker room. This is the best pro linebacker room in the NFL. In the world, right? Yeah. So you need to quicken yourself. You need to have a come to Jesus moment and get a sauna suit on and get that baby fat off, because he's in shape, right?
Yeah. Because what'll happen is they'll shelve you for a year. They'll shelve you for a year, and then they'll see you next year.
9 or 3, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
It's either, if you're coming in the Niners organization, either you're contributing right away, you're getting shelved, or you're getting shipped. Yep. That's it.
Yep. That's dude, you're a late 6th round pick. So they're not committed to you at all. They compared you to Dre Greenlaw, but that doesn't mean you'll even make the team. So again, I'm not gonna stand there and be like, "Oh, Dee Winters, he's out of shape." I can see, like, I was expecting to see Dre Greenlaw. I didn't see Dre Greenlaw, and I know what Marcelino McCrary-Ball looks like. He's been in their strength and training program for a minute now. Like, D, you're not taking that dude's job.
And to take it a step further, Dre Greenlaw is the reason why we got let go of Quan. So it wasn't like Dre had an open spot just waiting for him to sit down.
He was better than Quan immediately. Dre was ready to go.
Supplant Quan.
Yes.
So I know that D said that he just found out about Dre a couple of months ago. Or just recently. He needs to do his homework and figure out how Dre became Dre, because this ain't it.
Yeah, because what I saw with D was a little bit like, oh, Drake Jackson. No disrespect, but it's like, Drake, what I saw last year is like, I don't know what you did last month, but you don't really look like you're an NFL player. You don't really look like you're ready for the season. And then what happened? Like, he just ran out of gas. So, D, see what happens. You got some time, but I wouldn't put my money on D Winters starting week 1 as a rookie. And again, why would you bank on a 6th rounder doing that on this team? I guess that's a little ambitious, D.
This is a good conversation to have, though, right?
Yeah.
Because this just shows this shows the competition and the level of the level of organization that we have, right? I feel like we can chew gum, we can walk and chew gum at the same time. Just last week, we were thrilled about all of the attributes and the value that we can get out of these young picks. But you know what? That's over. Now it's time to see what the product can actually do. And now that we know what we have, it's time to assess, right?
Right. Because
you got to break them down before you build them up.
Yeah, and when you get these players in the draft, you look at what they've done, you project what they could do, but then you see them on a field together, and you see, like, what do they do? How do they look? How what kind of pros are they? What kind of competitors are they? There's no projection there. That's just like moment of truth stuff, and it's just the first day. And I always try to think about like that scene in The Matrix where Neo tries to jump, from one building to the next, and he doesn't make it. And then they're like, well, does that mean anything? Like, no, you never make it the first time. Like, it's the first day. You never judge people off the first day. But you get a first impression does mean something. So I'm just trying to explain my first impression of these players. Tommy Huxley, I can't put that on the screen. You know what you wrote, but thanks for the $2. Just threw it away. Can't put that on the screen. You should know better.